What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another adventure with the Bearded Bobber. And look at this. Look at this. I used to work out here. Yeah, I used to work like right over there. We had a tattoo shop. So I know Costa Mesa well. I love the weather. The people were always nice. So this bike freshly had its 500-mile service. Thanks, Billy. So the bike is like brand new. And it's 2023, so it's got to go back for the 2024. Sorry guys, hopefully my camera angle's okay. I'm normally not like this. I'm normally like reached back, so I don't know if I have it right or not. I'm trying. I kind of want to take a FTR out for a little while, like, you know, really get to daily it, especially since the new suspension. I love it for my height. It's still a little tall, but it's so much more workable. I'm like, I just want to daily it and show that, you know, vertically challenged people can. This is your first time on my channel. I'm 5'7", and last time I took out a bike like this, I was in Sturgis, and I had friends going like, but you got little legs. I'm like, I got a 29-inch seam, and they're very strong legs, thank you very much. And you know, they didn't think I could be a part of the FTR gang, and I love the FTRs. I've loved them since they came out. I'm a big fan of the look. I love the way it rides. It's just an amazing bike. And the new, like, you know, the handlebars being tucked in, the brake being changed, the tires being changed. I don't know if the brake was changed, I'm sorry. But the tires being changed and all that, this bike feels so much better. And I feel like they really listen to the people. So that being said, you know, this bike's a little bit easier to lane split now. I want to take it up in the mountains. I've only gotten to take it on some tiny curves. I want to take it on some real curves. And it's got so much power. And I hit them up and they're like, well, we have a base model here, if you can pick it up. And they're local to me. So I was like, yeah, I could totally do that. And then I'm like, ooh, base model, base, what color? And I'm like, oh, that's right, they have the black with the like highlighter green, shock and lettering, or they have the stealth like gray with the orange. And I was like, ooh, God, I want that stealth gray and orange. And I didn't have a choice in the color. And when I got there, and I was like, I know the guy Billy, and I'm like, oh man, if it's black and green, I'm gonna ask if, hey, do you happen to have the gray with the orange? You know, because it makes really good photos. And like when it's not, all black bikes work and everybody likes those, but I think this makes better photos. And for like the little time I'm gonna have it, I'd like to, you know, mess around, get some cool photos with it. And I almost want to take the damn thing to Stubborn American, because I leave tomorrow. So when you see this video, say hi, Nikki. Hi, Bobby. See what I mean? And look at this big ass bus in the way. So even with him, I don't know if I can get around him. I can't get around him. I need a window. This bro needs to scoot your butt a little bit there, bro. Me and you can both win. Damn it, dude. Wide load. Here we go. There we go. So I normally don't, every time I'm like half in the lane split, I never have my camera on me either. So here's California. I left my wife back there in traffic because she was so nice to give me a ride to go pick up this bike. And it's not even a bike that she would want to ride. I know she's capable, but she wouldn't want to. Come on, guys. I don't have an exhaust right now, which really sucks for this. You know, don't come in my lane. I was not looking forward to lane splitting back to work. I knew I could, but I was not looking forward to it. I never look forward to lane splitting. Like, I'll tell you that right now. I've grabbed a bike because I knew it was going to be the fastest way to work. But man, these guys do not look out for you at all. And if you have a, like, they're like, oh, loud pipes don't save lives. And you know what though? It moves people a lot, and they can hear me coming, and I don't have to be crazy about it. But, and the guys that block me, if I do rev bomb, I just hope like someone's asleep in the car and I got to wake them up, you know, kid, whatever. Like, I'm like, it's not my fault you did this to me. I've had people in California and people out of state block me, and it's like, that's exactly what you can't do. Like, what are you doing? And they're like, you don't get to go ahead. I'm like, I do, because I'm on the more dangerous vehicle, and you have to, come on, help me, man. I'm trying to, I don't have a car out here. I'm taking less traffic from you. That's all I'm doing. So don't be a dick, man. Let us merge together, all right? Ooh, any of you guys have an FTR, lane split with an FTR? I was like, I lane split with my bagger, like, and there's been times where like it was 106 out, and I wasn't nice on how I lane split. And I try not to make a bad name for the motorcycle community, but like, don't be a dick. And it's 106, and I'm getting out of here, dude. Like, why should I have to suffer in the sun while you sit in your AC? I did not mean this video. I didn't think this video was going to be about ranting about lane splitting, you know? I was like, I want to talk about the FTR. So I did set up my mirrors, but I think I put my left one out a little too far. It looks like it needs actually pulled back for me. Thank you. There we go. I'm not even out of, like, really out of Costa Mesa yet. You know what I love though? Fancy cars. Woo. Down here, there's always fancy cars. We actually worked next to a Ferrari place one time, and you'd hear these like techs leave, and they're shifting gears and grinding gears, and I'm like, oh. And I've heard the Ferrari like system is something new to learn. It's not just a standard like 6-speed setup, but at the same time, you were a tech for them. Like, bro, are you doing it on purpose? Like, what are you? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. If anybody ever worked on Ferraris, you tell me in the comments. Was that unheard of? Like, or is that just normal? Like, what is it? I want to know. Okay. One thing about, like, I'm figuring out riding these long term is like how my palms do, how my forearms do. Because that was always like, how do you guys ride in that position for that long? You know? Because it's not a sport bike where you're like laying on the tank. You know, I know some guys do that. They like get their weight on the tank to take off the pressure of their arms, but like, and then I can sit up here, and I do have cruise control if I ever get a chance to actually use it. Even on the base model, we got cruise control. Like I said, I think we just don't have ride modes, which FTR's ride mode is fun. I also want to talk about the tacks. Like, there's this tack, there's the new tack that's also on the Chief, and then there's the old school tack. And I still kind of like the old school tack the most. I was rewatching my videos, which I can post here and here, and you can kind of like, I think, see what I'm talking about if you haven't ridden them. And I know a lot of people are liking the new digital from like the Chief sharing the platform with this. I'm wondering when we're going to see that platform on like the Scout, you know, or the Springfield. Like, could you imagine the Springfield with a double gauge setup and like one of them digital at least, or like both of them digital, and they do different things, and or you can change them vice versa. One's a tack, one's speedometer, one's GPS, one's tack and speedometer. I think that'd be really cool. Like, that's a cool setup. Oh, this bike is so much fun, man. But hopefully, okay guys, so hopefully my goal with this is to daily it, review it, get some miles on it, take it up to Big Bear, and do it all while being short, and, you know, talking about the FTR in general and how I like it on a daily usage. So that means I'm going to probably have to use a backpack a couple of times, and I'm not a fan of wearing a backpack. We're going to see how it goes. because I don't think you can do really a tank bag on this. I think you have to do their tank bag. But these are, if you guys don't know, this is not the gas tank right here. This is actually the air box, and the gas tank's underneath me. So you don't have this metal tank to put like a magnet tank bag on. You'd have to do a strap style tank bag. And I don't have one of those. So I have a magnet one. And I don't really use the magnet one anymore on any of my bikes because of the paint. It's like because I have pinstriping or like custom paint, and like the paint I got done on the bobber, like it likes to rub, so I may actually have to like vinyl wrap it and do that like protective coating. Even talking to Mondo, my painter, he was like, yeah dude, like that's gonna be your best bet, of like, because the way I sit, it like my pants and jacket can rub on the tank as well, and those create those little surface marks, and I don't want that. The bobber is my baby, and I really don't want to hurt her. So it's like, I gotta do everything I can to protect that, you know? I'm a proud papa, you know, I take care of my baby. I also am bringing one home to be, you know, like, sorry, I'm putting miles on this one for 3 weeks, like. I'm a little bummed my ass so late on getting this bike. And I was like, it's fun. I think the weather will be good for Big Bear. As long as we don't get any like new like rain or anything like that, I'm not going through all that with this. Like I will ride in the rain, but I wouldn't have the fun that I could have on this bike in Big Bear. Big Bear is a big, beautiful, curvy roads, you know, and that's what I want to be on. All right, let's try cruise control here. Hello, highway patrol. I'm not doing nothing. Okay, cruise control. See the little gauge right here, and then we're gonna pop it, and we're set. Yeah. And then we have our RPMs are digital, which I definitely think the other models, like you get that speedometer and like the red flash and all that's really cool, and I think definitely worth it, especially on a bike like this. There's that degrees. My current mile per gallon. I just let off the cruise control because this car like decided to slow down in front of me, and I'm not trying to speed around everybody. I'm just cruising back to work. And I don't know if you've ever had to like go back to work, but if you're riding a motorcycle, the weather's nice, are you rushing? I'm not rushing, like not at all. All right guys, there's no reason for me to show you more of the 55 freeway and then the 91. It's just like, why? And look at more lane splitting. That's the fun stuff right there. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'm gonna go try to ride this bike in more places, and I'll bring it to you as best I can. So stay safe, stay classy, and God, hopefully you don't get stuck in any of this.